You can confidently say, if I put my house on the market at a reasonable price based on what area, sales have been, I will get my house sold.
Balanced in Toronto is a seller's market.
It feels
right,
like it, right?
Yeah.
It is, right? Like that's what it is.
So, but we're recovering. Like it seems like a lot of the news is positive, right? We're coming back.
Absolutely,
it's not dire. GTA detached house sales in June exceed 2019 levels in some markets. GTA, yep. Not Canada.
Yep.
So what markets in the GTA are exceeding sales from last year in June?
First-time buyer price ranges. So Durham region has got a lot. Certain areas that are going to be
Durham region,
more
like Whitby? Whitby's Durham?
Pickering, Ajax, Whitby, Oshawa. So areas where everyone can still afford. Areas where people who have been saving their money and trying to get into the market haven't lost anything. Still have got IT jobs or whatever. They're working from home.
What about plan was to buy.
Scarborough's got some areas like that. Yep, Scarborough's not doing too bad in certain areas. Yep.
Good.
A loaded question. Huh?
The main thing is just what areas. And then you have the premium luxury areas. So Forest Hill, Rosedale. We're going to get to an article about.
Oh, look at that.
There you go. So, you're talking about a lot of luxury buyers are out there right now shopping, and we've talked already about why. And so we're actually seeing a huge increase in number of sales in some of the luxury markets in Toronto. And I'm seeing that in the 905 as well too. King, other parts of York region, North Pickering, areas where you're looking at $2-3 million in price ranges. We're seeing an uptick in sales there, which is
pool mandatory. Pool 100% mandatory.
Not just the pool currently, because I'm seeing obviously a lot of people who are trying to get the pool right away, but I'm getting a lot of calls. I had 2 yesterday on a couple of different listings where people are saying, "Can I build a pool?"
Yeah,
I want to be able to
next
build a
year,
pool.
No problem. You can't get the labor.
2025, you have to book it 5 years in advance to be able to get the pool, but you can get it.
Toronto doors, windows, and pools.
Yeah, you know what? I actually used to work with a landscaping company that I saw them last week, and all they're doing right now is pools. They're booked for the whole summer, just pools. They're not doing any decks, no fences.
No, you can't get anything.
They are doing pools.
Yeah, they're booked, these guys. These guys are booked.
And they are.
You can't even buy. We were talking last week. You can't even buy an above-ground pool at Walmart or on Amazon or anywhere right now.
Well, I'm also surprised the in-ground installers can even get all the products and materials that they need, right? Like, when is the shortfall going to happen? Like, I mean, they only build so many. They've got a certain amount of demand each year, right? The suppliers only have so much stuff. So eventually somebody's maybe going to figure out that they booked their pool for August and it's not going to be till next year now.
Yeah. So it's okay though. We'll keep your deposit till next season.
Yeah. Well, that's the business.
You'll be in line for next year. But hold on. I mean, this is pretty crazy. So the headline says Toronto's famous Integral house just sold for $18 million. Now, if you read, I mean, that sounds pretty cool. $18 million is a lot of money. I think originally they wanted like 24. And
that's normal.
And they bought it like a year and a half ago for 16.8 or something like that. So like, this is definitely not a score, that's for sure, from the seller's perspective. I don't think they did very well. It's not a very nice house, and I guess it's just because of who the architect was.
The fact that someone was willing to fork out $18 million,
sure,
and during it, they did very well.
It's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, they got to take their money and move out. They got other streams of income.
So before we get to that, I mean, it seems like the Toronto market is on its way back, right?
Absolutely.
I feel like it. I mean, like I put a feeler out there for the property that I own that I'm trying to sell, and I got the best reaction I've ever seen in my career. Like, I have 50 different conversations going on for one property right now. It's crazy. And I'm telling you, if I was selling this thing 6 weeks ago, nobody would have responded at all. But that's that pent up demand. Like, developers are worse than anybody, right? They're deal junkies. These guys have been sitting at home without their needle, like no supply to their drug.
Yeah. That makes sense. They're talking about that in the new construction pre-construction type of developments and stuff like that they're going to have a booming end of the year now, right? Because everyone's been postponing their projects.
Okay, so Greater Toronto new home sales dive to lowest level on record. So while home sales seem to be climbing and everything's looking good, although this guy from Better Dwellings, which I love, by the way, there's a plug. Oh, and subscribe below, please, if you're still actually watching this thing. Greater Toronto new home sales dive to lowest level on record. Better Dwellings, he's always negative. But, I mean, while everybody else is saying stuff like, here we go, get ready, hang on, this thing's back, baby. We get stuff like Greater Toronto new home sales dive. We see stuff like office sublease market growing in Toronto and Vancouver. That's important. Pandemic takes a bite. Chuck E. Cheese. Bye-bye, Chuck E. Cheese. Vitalii doesn't have kids, so he doesn't know the pain and the anguish that we deal with taking our kids to Chuck E. Cheese 8,000 times.
I didn't grow up in the country either.
Can you imagine going to Chuck E. Cheese now? I'd be like wiping everything down before my kids went to it, spraying everything, covering them in a Ziploc.
It's a pretty volatile business. You know what I mean? Like
zero chance of success ever again.
Yeah.